Hello people of the internet, welcome back to Tease Money. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I know I am because it is payday. It is currently Wednesday, May 14th, and I got paid today. I'm also off of work, so I'm filming this in real time. I'll be able to edit and upload it hopefully today, tomorrow at the latest. And after I film this, I'm also going to batch film my Saturday savings and my mini Monday for this upcoming week, so my next two videos. So there should be a lot of content coming your way soon, and in addition to those videos I'm filming today, I do have footage from the week right before I went out of town that I never uploaded, and it was my budget plan with me and my paycheck stuffing from my magic month of April. The last paycheck I got in April, I never uploaded it, and I was debating whether or not I was going to, but I have decided that I am going to upload that, and I'll just title it bonus videos because it'll be going up out of order chronologically when I get my check, so it might be a little confusing. So I'll be very clear in the video title as well as the description that this is old footage, but that bonus content should be coming up sometime. I'm not gonna give an exact date when I'll edit and upload those, but they'll also be coming, so y'all have a ton of content coming your way, so I hope you're excited. But today I am gonna be filming a cash stuff with me. There are two big disclaimers that I want to preface before I get started. The first being that because I missed almost a week of work, I was out of town from a Thursday until a Wednesday, so it was kind of in the middle of the week. So I worked as many hours in the halves of those weeks that I was there. I don't know if I'm saying that in a way that makes sense. So my paycheck is a lot smaller than usual. Usually my paycheck is probably around $1,300. Today my paycheck was only $881, and so a lot of the usual categories that I stuff, I'm not stuffing today, and that's because I also have another trip coming up in about 2 weeks, so I'm trying to save towards that, and then whatever is pressing right now. So any of the other categories that I like to stuff, especially my car and things like that, and some savings as well, is not gonna get the usual love that it does, and that's just to make my budget make sense for me right now. After my trip in 2 weeks, I'll be able to kind of refocus because that's my last trip, so that's the last time my paycheck is going to be reduced significantly. So after that trip, I won't have to worry about smaller than usual paychecks, as well as the money that I've been kind of throwing at vacation. That'll go elsewhere as well. So that's my first big disclaimer, that a lot of my categories aren't getting stuff today. My second big disclaimer is that I've been trying to film a budget with me for the last couple of paychecks I've received. I'm not doing that for this video because I did kind of have to go a little bit deeper, and I'm doing my budget planning a little bit different as well. So I have to coordinate how I'm gonna film those videos, kind of, because now I'm using an Excel sheet rather than writing it out. The Excel sheet does some automatic calculations for me, which I like. So because of that, and that this paycheck was a little more constrained in what I was doing, I didn't film a budget with me, but I will try to talk through some of the major points of this. But yeah, those are my two big disclaimers for this video. Let's just get started with a cash count. 100, 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31. And that leaves us with a grand total of 601 that we're cash stuffing today. So let's just get started. Also, this is my bank slip that I give the tellers when I go to the bank to pull out my cash. So if you want this template, it's for free on my Ko-fi. It's a digital PDF download. I think there's about 9 slips to a sheet, so you're not wasting any space on your paper. So definitely go check that out. I love it. I love taking it to the teller and just being like, can I do that? Okay, before I get started with the cash stuffing, let's just go through some of the logistic and non-cash parts of this paycheck. So today is the 14th, like I said. My paycheck was $881.34. And from that, my non-cash transfers were $200 to my debt account. My goal has been to do $400 from every paycheck going to my debt account, but because last month was a magic month, I was able to get ahead in that account, which was no better timing, honestly. So I was able to put $200, and that still puts me on track to do my full snowball for this month. And then I put $30 to my Bank of America for subscriptions. I'll put on the screen the exact subscriptions coming out. It equals a little less than $30, but the reason I put a little bit of a buffer on there is because I'm finally opening a separate account for my buffer money, which is just money that I kind of reserve in my paycheck, just not to go towards anything particular, but if I'm out and about and I need to pay with card for something and I don't necessarily have enough in a sinking fund to cover it, that's what that buffer is there for. Before this paycheck, that money just lived in my Bank of America with my subscriptions, but I wanted to make it its own separate account so I could really see how much of that buffer I'm actually using and how much is actually just going towards subscriptions. So I'm glad to be able to differentiate that. So that buffer this time around is going to be $50.34, and I'll be opening that account today. The $50 was the minimum balance to open the account. It's a credit union local to me, so I'm excited to be doing that. So this sheet does need to be updated, but those are all of my non-cash transfers. And before I get down into the cash, I do like to highlight these like statistics that I take from my paycheck, because sometimes when you're working and things just come so routine to you, it's hard to see the progress that you really are making. I like to really look at what proportion of my check is going towards debt, going towards savings, and other things like that. So for this check, I just highlighted debt. 22.7% of the check is going towards debt. I am on a consumer debt payoff journey. I haven't made any video specific about it. I've been debating whether or not I do want to make a video about that, just going into every single card I have open, the balances, and my plan to pay them off. We'll see about that, but that is why debt gets such a high proportion of my checks every single time, because I'm very blessed to be able to live at home with my mom, so I don't have to pay rent. So before I move on out of my current living situation, my number one goal is to have 100% of my consumer debt paid off. I do have student loans, that's a whole nother thing, but honestly, I'm not too concerned about the student loans. The payment each month isn't super high, and I'm currently taking classes, so I've been paying on them, but that payment deferment period is going to start back now that I'm enrolled half-time for classes, which this is the final credits that I need to actually be awarded my degree. So that deferment period of 6 months is going to start back again because classes just started like 2 days ago. So that's exciting. I'm finally going to get my degree, and I'm also like don't have to pay my student loans for a little minute. So that's my debt. Savings, which count towards long-term and short-term savings goals, but mostly short-term, is getting 18% of my paycheck this time. And then my 401 contribution, which isn't like reflected anywhere else on this sheet, but I like to highlight it because I am doing some long-term saving. 401k is obviously retirement. I finally set it up that it's withholding from my paycheck, and y'all, I'm definitely missing that little money. Like, I know in the long run I'll be happy that I did this now rather than just continuing to put it off, but it does take about 10% of my pre-tax paycheck every single time, which is about like $100. This time it took out $97. I'll be happy when I'm at retirement age is all I will say. But that's like the ratios of my paycheck. The rest went either into sinking funds or variable expenses, which we'll see now. So I like to start off in my wallet, which is in this little A7 binder. This is my everyday spending money kind of. And so the first thing getting stuffed out of this is gas. It'll be getting $50 in the form of 2 20s and a 10. I'm an old-fashioned gal. I actually go into the gas station and pay with cash at the counter. But something that I've started doing, one of the cards that I have a zero balance on, in order to get the cash rewards and continue like spending, because all of my other credit cards are locked, I do put some things on it, just things that I know I have the money for the sinking funds. So if I ever need to pay card and I just have cash, I just use that card and then pay that sinking fund, or pay the card off with sinking funds. So on that note, I've actually been wanting to film a pay my credit card with my sinking funds with me. I just need to pick a good month to do it, because I do it maybe every 2 weeks. I look at that statement and then like kind of, what's the word? It starts with an R. I don't know. But every 2 weeks or so, I look at that, I add my statement into an Excel sheet, and then I make sure to balance my statement with my sinking funds. So I do want to film that eventually, but I need to get like software, because I do all of that on a computer. So I would have to like figure out how to screen record on my laptop. But it's coming, because I think that will be a very interesting video to watch too. Definitely like look forward to that in the next couple of months. Like I said, there's some logistics I need to figure out for filming that video, but it's definitely something that I've been wanting to do. But the new total in this folder is going to be $50. The next two folders, which is dining and shopping, won't be getting any money. And that's not to say that I won't have any money in those two funds for the next 2 weeks, but it just won't come from my paycheck. So I do Instacart and DoorDash, and then I also get cash tips from work sometimes when I work banquets. So anytime I'm not funding something, it might get funded through those other 3 income sources. I also make goods. I've been really slacking on selling, like promoting my small business, but I do make crochet goods. I'm getting into rug tufting, and then I make decorated like party favors. So I do all of that. I've been slacking, like I said, but those are also potential sources of income that I have. So these things can get funded through other ways. But the next thing getting money right now is groceries. It's going to get $20. And y'all, if I'm being honest, I haven't been to the grocery store in like, I don't want to say a month, because I don't think that's true, but it's been a while. So I do have a lot of money from last time in my grocery fund, but I'll be adding 20, and I see a 1 hiding back here. So I'm actually going to put this in the back of my cash tray for a savings challenge that I'm running. And I have 20, 40, 60, 80. And I plan to make a meal plan for the next 2 weeks. Today, actually, like I'm off for work, so I'm trying to get everything that I haven't been doing done. So I plan to make a meal plan and actually go grocery shopping today, so this won't be that full next time. And then household, it's not getting any money, but let's count what's in there and then also take these ones out. So 3 ones coming out of household, so that leaves household at 5. And these were at 0. And then personal care is also at 0, but it will be getting $7 this time. And this is just for any toiletries I might need when I go on my trip. I don't have anything on the top of my head, but it's always good to have some money in here. That's what personal care means as well. I know toiletries probably would have been more clear, but yeah. And then deposit, that's just money that I owe myself. So we're done in this folder. And then after this, we go into our sinking funds, which is in this zip up binder. And the first thing being funded, I see some folders sticking out. Let me, okay, everything is in line now. But the first thing getting funding is beauty. It's gonna get $12 today. And that'll bring the total up in here to $12, because I did get my hair done, which cleared it out last time from the last time I stuffed. Health is also empty. A lot of these folders is empty. Y'all will notice that trend. But health is going to be getting 92. And honestly, I'm going to put it in here. But as soon as I'm done filming, I'm also going to take this out to go towards a deposit, because I do have a pending charge that I need to cover. but health will be getting 92, which will bring the balance up to 92. We're not going to be stuffing... Oop. See, I knew these were out of order. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, we're not going to be stuffing daily fun, but we can count how much we have in here right now. We have $15.75 in coins. In entertainment, we're also not going to be stuffing it, but we can also count what we have. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And I'm saving to go see The Wiz on Broadway. So I'm very excited to that. Not on Broadway, off Broadway, like the touring show in my city. I'm very excited for that, but we're a good way of the way there. The next thing getting money is clothing. It'll be getting 35, and that is because the trip I am going on in the month of May, the end of May, is a convention, like an anime convention, and I'm cosplaying. So I'm working on building / buying my cosplays now. I'm very excited, but let's count how much we have. We have 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 76.50 is what we have in here. Investments isn't getting any money, but we can count what we have in here currently, which is, it's a little out of whack. We have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. $14. Which, fun fact, for the first time ever, I sent out some Happy Mail. My giveaway, I know it was last month when I ran that giveaway, but it did take me quite a while to get over to the post office, but I sent that over, and that was my first time really mailing physical mail. Probably not ever, but like in a long time. So I kind of had to go in and like have her help me, but the mail system, I love it. It was like $1 to send over a pretty nice size envelope just full of savings challenges. I think I did a reveal of what I was giving away in one of my other videos. I'm going to put the card on the screen somewhere. I think it's in this corner because I plan on doing another giveaway for my 100 subscribers. So hopefully in a couple weeks I'll be at 100 because I'm currently at 70. So definitely stay tuned. Come back, check it out, because I just love being able to give away just fun little savings things. And I'm also working on something, so that'll be in the giveaway too. So yeah, definitely come back. If you definitely subscribe, number one, and once you see me like ticking up to 100, definitely watch all of those videos, because I probably won't put it in the title that it's a giveaway. I'll probably just let whoever like organically stumbles across it just enter. But yeah, definitely like stay tuned, because I'm only 30 subscribers away from that, so I'm excited. The next thing getting money is education. It's gonna be getting $50. This is another one. As soon as I stuff it, I'll be unstuffing it, because I do have a late payment on my student loan account, which is crazy. No, but for good reason, because I had to register for my class, and I was on a payment plan for my overdue balance on my like college account, and so I've been on that payment plan. I thought I would be done paying it by the time registration was like rolling around, because ad drop ended yesterday, so I needed to register for those classes. So the money I had in here to pay my student loan for this month, I spent to just clear off the holds on my account. And so I did the partial payment for whatever was left in here, and so this $50 is just going to be the remainder, because I pay like $76 a month towards student loans. So that $50 is just the remainder of what was overdue on my account, which hopefully that doesn't happen again, but if it does, it's fine. I think it's only been maybe a week since I did that, so it's fine. The next thing is what I call my wishlist rolling. So I'm gonna pull out these three. This is honestly my favorite segment of this video, and I have $15 to roll with this time. Let me see how I allocated that out. Okay, it looks like I did all ones. Like I said, my new like tracker is digital, so y'all look at my candle. It's down to the stubs. But okay, I'm gonna lay these out. So I have Wishlist 1, which is going towards a mini photo printer. I think the total I need saved for the printer and like a good back stock of paper is like $140. Wishlist 2 is for the box set of regular show, the DVDs, one of my favorite like comfort shows for real. And then Wishlist 3, or is just hobbies. So this is money that I can actually pull from. These two I can't pull from until like the full amount is in there, and then I'm actually paying for that item. But this is more like discretionary, like things like if I'm out and about and see some art supplies or some like building blocks that I want to buy, I can do it from hobbies. But let's pull out $15 in ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And the way I like to run this, I'm actually gonna write it down because last time, I don't know why, I was tripping myself up so bad. Wishlist 1 is gonna be a 1 and a 4. Wishlist 2 is going to be 2 and 5, and then hobbies is going to be 3 and 6. And so to do this, I'm going to just roll a d6, and wherever it lands is where I'll stick $1, and then we'll do a count at the end. Okay. Let me actually use this d6. I think y'all can see it pretty well on camera as well. Okay, we have 1, 4, no, I can't make this up. I'm gonna shake it better. That's why I'm like saving for a dice tower now, because I don't know if it's just me or like, y'all, I stopped recording. I really hope y'all saw the end of my rolling, but you haven't missed anything else, even if that got cut off. I need to figure out, like, is there a way to stop my camera from doing that? Because every single time, like, I record more than, I think 25 minutes is the limit, and then 25 minutes the recording stops. So I don't know why that happens, because I have more than enough space on my SD card. I think it's just my camera, like, it can't record more than 25 minutes, but it's like I just start the recording again. It's so weird, but I really need to like look into that. But let's just count. We have $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $6 going to Wishlist 1. And that'll bring the total in the folder up to 10, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So $46, which we're almost, no. I thought this was regular show. No, we're not almost there. This is like a fourth of the way there, low key. But $46, great progress. And I like this method of like wish list a lot better, because before it was like allocated towards specific items. I just found myself taking money out of wish list and using it as a buffer for shopping. So if I ever went over my shopping budget, I just took the money out of wish list. This holds me a lot more accountable, so I actually get to buy the things that I have on my wish list, and it makes it more intentional. But in wish list 2, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and $6 as well, which will bring the total in this folder up to 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, $50, which we're literally almost there for this folder, genuinely, which is exciting. But that brings it up to 50. And then the last one, hobbies, got 1, 2, 3. So in hobbies, we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and $18. Okay, so that is, y'all, my phone just fell on the floor. I don't know if y'all saw that or if I'm gonna keep that in. But that is it for my wish list rolling. If you have a wish list and you like treat that as a sinking fund, I would definitely recommend that you do it this way. I love this way of doing my like wish list. Phone is getting $40. My bill is due next week and I need like $40 more. I'm pretty sure. Let's count actually. Let's count and see. So it's getting 40, which brings it up to 20, 40, 60, 80. And my bill is 110, so I need $30 more in here. And so Instacart's gonna be seeing me this week is all I'll say for that. Nope, 80. Car isn't gonna get any money. It is also cleared out. I think this was in the last video that I recorded, which is going to be a bonus video, so y'all don't know the context for this. I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but I don't think y'all have seen the context of why this is cleared out in a video. But basically my car wouldn't start and I had to pay $500 to get it fixed. I was at work, I got back in my car, tried to crank it, it wouldn't crank. So yeah, I cleared out my car fund as well as my emergency fund because I didn't have enough money in car. So once we get to my savings, y'all will also see that emergency is pretty much back to square one. Like we were, I think, halfway to my $1,000 emergency fund goal and we're at like 15 now, which is unfortunate, but at least that money was available to me. I didn't have to put it on a credit card, which is always like the goal. That's the goal of the emergency fund. So yeah, back to it. Car's not gonna get any today. Registration is getting 20. My registration is due at the end of this month. It costs $170. I'm pretty close to that goal. I think I have one more paycheck before I need to get it, and that last paycheck will get $20. But let's count. I have 100, 20, 40, 50. Yeah, so my last check this month, I'll take $20. That'll put me right at 170 and right on time to pay this car registration. Gifts is getting no money, which, oh, vacation is getting 100. Like I said, I'm going out of town at the end of the month, which thankfully enough, my accommodation and flight is already paid for. All I'm saving for now is any spending money, gas money, Uber money. So this is just, I have literally until the day I leave to continue to add money to this fund, which I'm grateful for. And my goal is $100. So I have like 2.5 weeks to make $100. No, my goal is $500. So I have like 2.5 weeks to get this up to 500. Let's see how far we are to that goal. So 120, 30, 60. Nope, don't know why I counted that like that. 120, 40, 60. So 160 out of a $500 goal. Can anyone do some quick math? That's $340 that I need to add towards this. I know for my next check I'll probably be able to add $200, but I do have some money coming in between that, so I'll definitely reach my 500 goal, maybe a little more even. So any extra money I'll just roll it into a different sinking fund after the trip. But yeah, that's vacation. Gifts isn't getting any money, but it does have some, so let's count what we currently have in here. Just $2. And then birthday isn't getting any, and it is currently empty. And I think I'm not gonna stuff birthday for my paycheck again until maybe November. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have some savings challenges in my Saturday savings and mini Mondays that go towards funding it in the meantime. But I won't start aggressively saving towards my birthday again until November, and even then it won't be aggressive because I don't know what I'm gonna do for my next birthday. But that is all for this binder. The next thing we have is savings. So I like to start in this pale green binder, and that is my, these are like long term for the most part. Long term, medium term, I don't know. So the first one is rainy day or my emergency fund. This week it is only getting $5. I know I'm kind of starting from scratch, but like I said, my priorities and the paycheck this week just didn't line up to give this more than $5. So it will be getting $5. And this is the total for emergency fund, y'all. I have $10, $15, $20. And I think another 15 in the bank. So I do need to put money in the bank, right? Yeah, I do have another 15 in the bank, so I definitely need to put a placeholder in here so I know that money is in the bank. Bi-weekly paycheck this week is $40, but if you've seen some of my previous videos, I'll put a card for the last time I did a cash stuffing. I did miss this paycheck, kind of out of chance, kind of out of an oversight, but because of that, I've been slowly adding back to it from each of my other paychecks. So I'm going to put an extra 5 in this time and then 40. So I'll be adding a total of $45 in today. And I'm not going to count this fund until the end of the quarter. And at the end of the quarter, I'll convert it, whatever is in cash in my bank account. My SoFi checking account, it has a specific bucket in my savings SoFi to go towards like different savings challenges, like long-term challenges, which I love SoFi for that. So definitely if you're like wanting to segment your money a little bit more than just all of it being in an account, definitely check out SoFi. That tool is actually goated. Use the link in my description to get, I think, a bonus cash. I think it's like $50 bonus if you set up direct deposit. I set up my direct deposit for one check and then literally switched it back to my normal account. If you don't want that going towards that account every month, definitely check that out because it's like $50 free that you have, but $45. I'm just yapping away. So I'm not going to count it, but I will put the money in order, like the big bills at the top. I'm not going to count it until the end of the quarter. And this is just a note about the missed payment that I had. My plan was to do $10 from every check, but between this check and the last check, I just didn't want to put an extra 10 towards it. So I've just been segmenting. So this check I put 5, last check I put 5, and then I just have a progress bar so I actually know. So it's $20, so I just need $20 more going in there. Saving stash, I did pull some ones. So we have $1, $2, $3, and $4, which I'll just throw these in here. I don't really count this. I don't think I'm ever gonna count it, but I do use it to like switch money out sometimes, but still haven't counted it. But let's just fill in 4 bubbles. If you like this design, it is also available for free on my Ko-fi. This won't get any money. And y'all, I finally made my dashboards. Okay. Like I said, I'm about to batch film today. So when I'm done filming this, I'm going to film my mini Mondays and my Saturday savings. But y'all, I just went to Office Max and I made some prints. And these are my dashboards. So I need to cut these and put them in the binder before I film those 2 videos. I'm gonna do that because they'll definitely be kind of featured in those, but definitely these are gonna be available on my Ko-fi. I'm debating whether or not I'm gonna price them at $1 or free for the set, but it's a set of 3. This is just another challenge I printed to put in my Saturday savings binder, so I'm gonna cover it up. But these are by me, so a set of 3. It's either gonna be $1 or free on my Ko-fi. I'll put it on the screen, but definitely check out my Ko-fi. There's a lot of cool stuff over there. I've been working on those for a while, or procrastinating, because it really didn't take that long to make once I actually did it. But yeah, that's it for this light green binder. My final binder is my 100 envelopes challenge. And this is long-term savings. My goal is to finish it by the end of this year because this is my move out fund. So right now, like I said, I'm not planning to move out until I completely pay off all of my consumer debt. But once I am done paying that consumer debt, the money in this binder will serve as a down payment for my new apartment, any furniture, and like just getting me started in the new apartment. So as we know, this challenge saves $5,050. So I think that's more than enough money for that goal, and possibly a car down payment, whatever like comes first, like pressing wise. That's what this money is going to be for. But I'm just so excited because I feel like I'm almost done. I'm really not, but that's my delusion talking. For this, I have 3 10s, 2 5s, and 10 1s. So 1 2 3, 2 5s, and then 10 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you may be asking yourself, why did you put the money out like that? And that is because at the back of this challenge, I have what I call a bank. And that is money that I can just kind of add to every week. So last week, I put a 50 in and I didn't have any change to like add on to that 50. So my next number that I'm stuffing is 67. So I'm going to add a 10, a 5, and then 2 1s, and then the rest of this money is just going to live in the bank until next time I stuff this challenge. So I have 10, 20, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 34 going into the bank. And so that's for the next time. I can just pull out a 50 or whatever I'm pulling out. I can just pull out like 2 50s. Like if I stuff 100, I'll pull out 2 50s, and then this money will be able to be added to those 2 50s to stuff 2 different folders. So I like playing it that way. So sometimes nothing gets stuffed. Sometimes a lot of things can get stuffed. It just depends. Today is the 14th. So next time, hopefully I can stuff $100, and then the 18 and 19 can come from that. But I think I'll need a little more to stuff too. But 60, wait. I thought 67 was the next, 65 is the next thing I need to stuff. So I'm actually going to put 2 of those bills back. Or should I just stuff 67 because I already wrote it down in the bank? Yeah, I will actually. So I'm going to stuff 67. And then next time I have 65 and 66 to stuff, which is $15 plus $16, which I have enough money in the bank. So next time if I can pull out 100, 250s, and then just use the money from the bank to stuff those. So that's kind of the point of that. I hope it makes sense the way I'm explaining it. But let me just color in 67. It's so beautiful how much I have filled in. I get so excited every time I see it, honestly. But okay, that is it for my like preset things. The last thing I have $105 going towards other. We can, no, not 105. I think this should be $60 because 45 of that went towards my bi-weekly paycheck. So this should be 60. Let's count it. I have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. So this is 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 60. Okay, beautiful. Exactly what I thought. I'm going to put this away because I don't really need it anymore. And this money is going towards mini Mondays and Saturday savings. So I'll do a $20 mini Monday next week. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then I'll put 1 spicy 5 in with this. And then the rest of it is going to be for a $40 Saturday savings, which I'm about to film both of those right now. But for this money, I like to stick it in the back of this binder. And then that way it's just available for me to play with when I film, which is going to be right now. Okay, that is all for this video. Stay tuned for some more content coming this week. I'm excited to be able to put out all of this. And yeah, if you like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. It definitely helps boost me in the algorithm. I'm so close to 100. So thank you all for that. Definitely like stay tuned, see what I have upcoming, because I have so many ideas for different types of content to make, different types of videos, and it's just sometimes I don't have enough time in the day. Like truthfully, working full-time, post-grad, oh my goodness, and not even in my field, that's another big thing. So on top of working, trying to find a job in my field and just doing so many things, trying to travel, still be young and hurt, yeah, it's just a lot. So sometimes I feel like I don't have enough hours in the day, but I am trying my best. Thank you guys for sticking with me through all of that. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.